So you mean to tell me that Usher Raymond, one of the most loved celebrities, threw a birthday party for a known abuser and got into an altercation with this known abuser because he had to defend him from said abuser, from someone who made jokes about the very abuse that happened? Am I getting this right?
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on.
What's going on, you all? Usher versus Chris Brown. I would have never thought in a million years I'd be doing a video talking about Usher Raymond versus Chris Brown fighting. I thought if anything, it'll be a conversation about who is the better artist and who is the king of R&B, and we shouldn't really even need a video about that because we already know that's Usher Raymond. Girl, the cocaine bear cannot hold a candle to an Usher Raymond. Let's talk about it. Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. But this past weekend, Usher Raymond threw a birthday party for Chris Brown. I'm guessing it was a surprise birthday. Really don't know. It's Lovers and Friends weekend was happening. Usher Raymond is, having the best, the best right now. Like literally is like conversations, at least not with the NFL or the Super Bowl, but people are saying he deserves to, he deserves to perform for the halftime at the Super Bowl. Usher has it. He's a talented artist. He's been at his residency. People have been talking about his residency. I'm going to the residency. Look, I might have to put it on the Klarna payment because Klarna around here like, girl, we're going to have to tighten it up. I am going to see Usher at his residency. That man is extremely talented and has been talked about over the last couple of months, is now in mess with Chris Brown because he threw a birthday party for him. So Usher threw a birthday party for Chris Brown, and apparently he invited Teyanna Taylor. He apparently did not know that they had beef, or Chris Brown is pissed off because he couldn't dance like Michael Jackson with some white gloves and a hat. So what's being told is there is a beef between Chris Brown and Teyanna Taylor. It's more on Chris Brown. Chris Brown wanted to perform at the AMAs, a tribute for Michael Jackson, and Teyanna Taylor was supposed to be a part of the tribute, but she pulled out. And they're saying since Teyanna Taylor pulled out of it, Chris Brown felt some type of way because the AMAs completely canceled the whole thing. They pulled it. So Chris Brown has not been able to deal with that and has not moved on. Didn't like the fact that Teyanna Taylor was probably there and tried to check her. And Teyanna Taylor apparently paid him dust and was like, whatever, Apparently she was saying some stuff she was not paying him any attention. And honestly, I can see Teyanna Taylor girl, I'm not going to be worried about no Chris Brown. Child, please. Teyanna Taylor having one of the best moments right now. Her movie is being well received. People say her movie that she played in recently is really, really good. I haven't seen it. I would love to see it. She arranged Lotto's performance at the Coachella. She's just in her bag. Two celebrities doing very well next to a person who has a terrible public relations. Chris Brown, have you ever thought to yourself for a second that maybe the reason why the AMAs pulled it is because they didn't want you there by themselves because they have to remind folks that you are a known abuser? Chris Brown has a track record and just all types of foolishness as long as it's CVS receipt. Every year we're adding 2 or 3 things per month that he has done. Some stuff that we don't even know about. When the story first came out, Hollywood Unlocked dropped it. And a lot of folks was like, girl, I ain't believing this. What's going on? Let me tell you something. Jason Lee ain't got the best track record, but he really dropped the T with this one because didn't nobody believe it. I know I did believe it. Then the story started dropping really, really fast. And a video dropped, and we see Teyanna Taylor sitting down. We see Chris Brown trying to walk up to her, trying to talk or whatever, and we see Usher hey, let's chill. I can see Usher being a chill type, hey, bro, he is loved. He is a chill person. He loves creating music. He's very talented. I just don't see Usher in no drama, but Chris Brown, when it's smoke, there's fire. Chris Brown is always surrounded around some mess all the time. It's just it's all the time. So there was no official statement by anybody. Usher was still supposed to be performing for the Lovers and Friends Festival. And people were asking, is Usher still gonna perform? What does this look like? What is going on? And Usher still performed. Now they're saying that Usher left out after the altercation and his nose was bleeding or whatever. But when we see him, he's performing, he's posting little videos and stuff. He doesn't look like he got into the fight, but you know what? Like, it don't take a minute, and Usher has plenty of good, like, doctors and money to be able to clean some stuff up and make him look good. Like, he got a team behind him. And Usher's team is not going to have him out here looking bad. Like, that man's public relation is sickening. Do you hear me? Sickening. And I guarantee they said, we're not going to address it. We're going to act like it didn't happen. What's funny about this is his son posted... His son posted on Instagram a meme from Pain versus Jiraiya. Like, if y'all don't watch Naruto, you're not big in anime. So Jiraiya was this like beloved character on Naruto, and he got to fighting with these villains. It was like 7 of them, and they beat the doge. He held his own for a minute, but he got it beat out of him. He ended up passing away. But that's what the meme that Usher's son posted, and he posted another meme of him, of Naruto, and Naruto showed up because that was his like master. He loved Jiraiya or whatever. I know I'm getting into anime, but anime is my thing. So his son knew something happened. It's being reported that the altercation happened with Chris Brown's camp. Like, apparently they jumped on him or whatever. We don't see no videos of the fight. All we see is little things, but we know it happened. We know it happened. And the fact that Chris Brown hasn't, responded and hasn't said anything, and the only thing that he has responded to was there was a report saying that he got into it with Missy Elliott's team, but Chris Brown argued and said that wasn't what it was. Y'all out here showing out. Y'all geeked up. Y'all been geeked up this whole weekend. If there's anybody geeked up, it's your coach. Okay? And you talking about geek, you be geeked. So he commented and said that he was telling security to like chill because his child was on the stage and they was being very aggressive with telling them to leave. And he said he wasn't having it. First of all, his child should have never been in a situation like been in something like that anyway. But that's what it is. But the fact that Chris Brown responded to that versus the Usher thing, like, this is not no big story. You getting to fight with Usher is a big story. I would think if it didn't happen, you would have came out and said none of that happened, da 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 da. Like, something happened. If you don't say anything in certain situations, it can just play out. Even though there's like some receipts, but it's not enough to really sway anything. Like we can know that it happened, but the video, there doesn't seem to be a video of the actual fight. So it's just a story. So if they can just ignore it and not gas it up, I wouldn't be surprised if Usher was the bigger person and saying, "Hey, guy, like, let's move on from this. We got more stuff to work on. We got a lot to lose. I got a lot to lose. So let's not carry on too much with this. Act like it never happened." Da 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 da. There's a video of Teyanna Taylor dancing to Usher apparently performing like to a song by Chris Brown or whatever, and folks saying, well, it must have didn't happen, like, because his fans are deranged. His fans are delusional and stupid as hell. Every time they ain't no better than Tory Lanez fans, to be honest. Like, people ask as soon as it happened, like, how is Chris Brown fans going to explain this? It don't matter. These folks are misogynists. They do not care. They do not care about folks like being abused. It's really interesting considering I've never seen so many people come out and say like stuff about Chris Brown until now. Like, everybody's like, oh, not Usher. So it's okay when Chris Brown was abusing a woman and like has done terrible things to women. Like, it ain't got y'all riled up. In the moment it's a man like or Usher. Like, what? It's not making sense to me, and that's why these men know they can do stuff like that, because don't nobody care. Chris Brown has been called out for so many things. It was just colorism not too long ago. It's been constant. That meant like, girl, and then you got folks like Kelly Rowland who's calling up TMZ, because I believe she called up TMZ to give a report after she got called out for like, defending him on that stage, talking to TMZ, talking about second chances. Why are we giving someone a chance who doesn't want a chance? Why? Why are we doing that? Which is why Chloe should have never did a song with him. Which is why The Morning should have never did a song with him. Like, this man is always, well, nobody didn't do a song, she was in a music video, but this man is always en masse, like consistently. Something is not right. Something is not clicking. It's not even clicking down. It's not even clicking up. It's clicking completely out of whack. And he needs to deal with that. Like, y'all been enabling him. The fact that y'all were at his birthday party, the fact that you threw a birthday party for him, you laid with a snake and you got bit. So now Usher just got to deal with it. And it looks bad because the last time he was in some mess was doing that whole herpes situation. And that story, that's a whole bunch of mess. But like, Usher's generally just not in any drama and stuff. And I just don't see why he would even want to extend any of his social capital to a Chris Brown and throw him a birthday party. Like, you should have never done that. There's so many other people like you could, like, why Chris Brown? Like, why? Like, y'all celebrities be wanting to be burned. Y'all be wanting to be burned. Like, why? Like, yes, y'all have all, you know, made music, y'all all, but you don't need to be hanging out with these folks. Like, this man does not deserve, Chris Brown does not deserve a second chance at all. No, ma'am. I hope he continues to get blackballed. He hasn't experienced any blackballs, but I hope folks say, no, I'm standing with the victim. And it does not matter if Rihanna has accepted his apology or whatever. Like, I don't even, like, not even talking about that, because Rihanna can accept his apology all he wants. Doesn't mean that we have to. Doesn't mean that I have to support him. He's done other stuff, the stuff he's done to Karrueche, other black women, is consistently. So when he continues to do stuff like this, whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? So there's not been anything else. The performance that Usher gave, you can tell that anything happened. Girl, apparently everything is in good now, but nobody has released a statement. I guess they just gonna let this shit fly and like just let it blow over. But girl, something needs to be done. Like, y'all need to stop hanging around him. And not blaming Teyanna Taylor, but also thought it was kind of very interesting that, you know, Teyanna Taylor in the past made comments and made jokes on Twitter. This was a long, long time ago. I'm pretty sure Teyanna Taylor has like apologized to Rihanna and had a conversation about that. But it's funny because, well, it's just interesting because Teyanna Taylor made jokes about this situation to get at Rihanna. And now, like, this same person is now attacking you. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, it's a whirlwind of just mess. But tell me what y'all thought about when y'all first heard the story. What did y'all think? Because I didn't believe it until it started coming out and more people that I trust started dropping the story. I was like, oh, this really happened. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and I'll talk y'all later. Bye.